Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is White Chocolate, and in this video I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5 tips for ranked in Kings Canyon. At the making of this video, there are about 2 weeks left in this ranked split. I've made it to Master in both splits, and I've noticed that Kings Canyon is much different in ranked than World's Edge. I wanted to make this video because I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that are stuck at a certain rank and want to hit a certain rank by the end of the split, so hopefully these tips can help you guys get over that bump in the road and get you those sweet rewards you want, maybe some bragging rights amongst your friends, and overall become a better ranked player. Without wasting any more of your time, let's get into my top 5 tips for ranked on Kings Canyon. Before we get into the tips, this gameplay you guys are watching right now, it's not the greatest gameplay in the world, but it is a win that I got about a week ago, and I think that we had some pretty good rotations. We played well as a team, so I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay as I talk about my 5 tips. Alright guys, so the first tip I have for you are what legends and guns to use in ranked. There are 6 legends that are the predominant choices for being successful in ranked. You can honestly play any legend if you are the most comfortable with them. If they are not one of these 6, but these 6 legends can give you the most bang for your buck in ranked. These are Wraith, Pathfinder, Gibraltar, Crypto, Watson, and Bangalore. These characters can give you escapability when things are tight with all third parties. You can play defensive by holding down buildings in the later and end game circles. And Crypto makes pushing teams a lot easier to make it quick to prevent being caught off guard with third parties. After playing a lot of ranked, these are the legends I've noticed have given me and my team the most success and what a lot of good teams have been running recently. The same thing that goes for legends goes for the weapons. You can use pretty much any weapon and be successful, but there are certain weapons right now that are meta and are going to give you a faster time to kill at all ranges. These weapons are the R99, Prowler, Havoc, G7 Scout, R301, and Flatline. All of these weapons offer great time to kill, but the key to these weapons is that they are extremely user-friendly. I find it easier to use these weapons because they are low-risk weapons and high reward potential. As you see, I left the Wingman and Peacekeeper off of this list. These are both great weapons and some of the best weapons in the game, but they are high-risk, high-reward weapons because if you miss shots, you can easily pay the price. If you are confident in your Wingman and Peacekeeper shots, go ahead and use them. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but if you do not hit your shots as often, use the 6 weapons I listed before. They will make things a lot easier for you during ranked gameplay. My next tip for you guys involves jumping from the dropship and picking a landing spot. I would suggest to have a selected person in your team be the jump master each game and always be discussing where you think a good location to go from the dropship path is. This can be the most crucial part of the game since it sets you up to get in good position, good loot, and maybe some kill points. When picking a landing spot, there are 2 options you should go with and figure out which one works best for you, or do both if your team is comfortable with that and has good communication. You can either 1. Pick a designated spot to land each game that you are comfortable with that has good rotations and solid loot without being contested most of the time, or you can look at where people are dropping and pick a location that is uncontested. That way you can ensure you get solid loot for any fight that might come in the beginning of the match. The goal here is to either land uncontested or land in a spot where you're certain you can rotate out safely and with some good loot. What you do not want to do is hesitate about your drop location and potentially have to 50-50 a team, and you're leaving your game's fate up to RNG. You want as much of the game in your control as possible. Like I said before, this can be the most crucial part of any match because getting the game off on the right foot will give you momentum into your next fight. Tip number 3 is all about rotations. Rotations are tough due to the variety of different circle locations, but they are without a doubt one of the most important things in ranked, and probably the least known by a lot of players. Kings Canyon being much smaller than World's Edge, there are much more third parties in congested areas around the map. To make it as simple as possible, I came up with an acronym to help you learn smart rotations from any spot on the map. The acronym is called OPAL. Observe, Plan, Attack, Learn. For Observe, you want to be paying attention to where other opponents land around the map and around your location of the map, and where the circle is. For example, one of my favorite spots is Relay. When I'm jumping from the ship, I'm going to want to pay attention to what teams land with me at Relay, what teams land on artillery, wetlands, and labs. specifically, so I know how many teams are in the surrounding area. After you've jumped out of the dropship and located all the teams you're going to want to loot up, potentially fight a contested team, and if you make it out, you're going to need to plan your next move. To keep the example going, if you're still in relay and the circle is in the southeast corner of the map by Skulltown, you have to figure out which direction you must rotate to. Using your prior knowledge about teams from your area and gunfire you hear while rotating. You want to rotate to the side with less people in order to have a safer rotation with less third parties. Knowing that teams that contested each other most likely fought and that one team came out of each location, so you're going to want to rotate to the right towards artillery to ensure a safer rotation. If you don't have any kill points and you want to look for a third party, you could rotate to the left towards labs, but that would be up to your team to decide in the moment. Once you've decided what you want to do, attack and go through with the plan. Never hesitate. Trust your initial judgment and go through with your decisions. If you second guess yourself, it could lead to a late rotation and potentially getting gate kept out of the storm or fighting on the edge of the storm, which can lead to being third partied. Once you have the process down, make sure you learn from everything you do. Learn circle patterns and be able to predict where a circle might end. Take note if a certain rotation worked really well or a rotation led you to be killed. Learn from that and remember that for future games. Also learn how people like to rotate and think to yourself, if I was in their situation, how would I rotate? Learn from your mistakes and learn from your accomplishments. The biggest tip I can give you guys for rotations is to just really play the game. The more you play, the more you pick up on little things that can help you get an edge on other teams. Tip number 4 is play as a team and get a solid squad to consistently play with. Finding a team that you mesh well with and you can play with consistently will help with your team communication, what kind of guns and attachments each of your teammates likes, and their loot patterns. This makes for smoother rotations, communication, overall team play, and can prevent a potential teammate from roaming off by themselves and maybe getting killed. Tip number 5 is knowing when to take fights. This is the most important tip I can give you guys when it comes to ranked on Kings Canyon. On World's Edge, you're able to take most fights because third parties were not as prominent, but in Kings Canyon it is so easy to third party, it's ridiculous. If you're going to engage in a fight, there are 2 things that you must check off before starting the fight in my opinion. Number 1, you know you can wipe the squad quickly, roughly 1 to 2 minutes. Number 2, you have an escape plan if things go south. If you're not confident about number 1 and you do not have a solid number 2, do not engage. This is because if you do, it can easily lead to you losing the game and losing points. Only take fights if it is absolutely necessary or you are confident about those 2 tips I gave you. This will ensure you have the highest chance to survive and move into the end game. I got a little bonus tip for you guys, and this one is all about confidence. Play with confidence, believe in yourself, and that you have the capability to win each fight you get into. TSM or energy could be in your game, but it doesn't matter. Still, play with confidence and use these other 5 tips and you will always have a chance to win in ranked. Alright guys, those are my top 5 tips to help you gain more RP and ranked on Kings Canyon. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate the support. It truly means the world to me. I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of the gameplay in the background. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think of the video and if these tips worked for you in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that post notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. They're right here. Got him.
One.
Enemy down.
Bastard.
What is
No,
going
I
on?
couldn't. I buried him. Look. Ciao.
There's voice coming from over here.
I figured out where.
24 perf on the pass.
Where's this guy's box? Where'd it go?
Enemy spotted.
Pathfinder dipping.
You buried him, bro.
Oh yeah, huh?
Where is the box at?
He's on this door right here.
Oh no, you're on your own chocolate.
Oh, that's right here.
Killed an enemy.
Gotta hop over the wall. He's literally right here.
Reloading.
You're in their sight.
We
We just eliminated the whole squad. Exciting.
Is that a perp in there for you, Clap?
Reloading.
Right over
Let's
here.
go this
This
way.
bed's broken now.
I don't care. I have 19 cells.
There's 11 with 1 bat.
Oh, another team behind us?
I have
Here.
2
Listen,
bats.
let's move here.
I have 2 bats and 2 phoenix kids.
I need 18 damage for a red evo.
Good. Give me a sec. Recharging shields.
There's ziplining up.
Yeah.
You guys need a Phoenix kit?
Yeah.
They have one.
There's 3 cells as well. Not 20. I could throw my ult on them if you want to push.
I don't want to push anything.
We don't need to. I'll see what this next circle does.
Round 5. Beginning ring countdown.
Wanna rotate? Now? Or we could go this way.
Let's check out this area.
Yeah, I'm down. They're zipping.
I'm trying to hit one of these tits for 18. I need to hit someone for 18 and I get a ready though.
Might be a team over here.
Full zip line.
Firing.
Got it. That Bandler
Making
dropped onto the
contact with
building.
enemy.
Yeah, we have a free rotation.
The ring isn't far.
Should we go on top?
Might be something
No,
good
it's
this
not
way.
They're
Which
up
way?
here.
Might be something
They're
good
up
this
there,
way.
so we need to hurry
Can
up
you
and
zip up
move.
there? Yeah.
Forget that.
No,
I
just run it,
could,
just run
but
it,
we
just run it. I
do
ran.
in the fight.
Okay.
Giving my
They
Oh.
spotted me. I'm taking
People here?
shots.
the ring isn't.
Recharging my shields.
Right here.
Contact with target.
There's fighting people in there.
Move this way. Only 30 seconds left on the clock. The ring's close.
They have that bitch Watson.
Just stay here. Just stay here on this door.
That's
Just
that
stay back
Pathfinder
here.
47 blue.
Need to recharge my shields.
Dude, I could.
Right over
open-
here?
You have a thermal?
Right over here,
How's
they're
that
getting
thermal?
fine. I don't.
The ring is fairly close.
They're probably even all in there.
Right here, right
Over
here.
there. Opening fire on the
Bandler, one. He's fucking like 40 health. On top of here. He's like 40 health. Probably healed, man.
Heads up. The ring's
I hit
ready.
him 45 once, red.
Zip line is up there. Zip line is up there. Zip line is up there. No,
Heads
no,
up. I'm getting extra.
Okay.
Zip.
zip line deployed.
I fell.
I hit him for 60. I got you, Cloud. Come on.
You're in their sights.
They're all underneath us.
Yeah.
Well, my
Like they're
ult.
fighting like
Let's
right here.
explore this way.
Can you portal over there, Chocolate? Can you portal over there so I can?
Where?
No, save the portal, save the portal. Save the portal is behind that Jeep. We can hold that.
I don't
Someone's
think-
There's
back
no one
here.
over there. They're all right there.
There's 2 back here. There's 2 back here. I hit one of 3.
Yo, he's west. He's fucking one. They're behind you. One of them's one shot.
Raid 15. Nice.
I am taking fire, friends.
Back to Watson. Well, Watson's like 60 health.
Yeah, I dropped my D7. This is 1v1. One team. Is there any nades in here?
I got none. No tags.
I don't see nothing. And no nades.
They spotted me.
Oh.
I'm taking
He only
shots.
has blue. He only has blue. I just hit him for 30.
Recharging my shields.
Only 30 seconds left on the
Do you guys
clock.
all have digis?
No.
Yeah.
I think
We don't
just-
need to push like that, Pop. You guys don't push me?
Almost cracked him.
I hit him for 13.
Knocked him. Raid.
The ring's close.
You saved me. Thank you. He said, we don't need to push like that.
I want you to fucking die.